Have you tried doing the experiment that I asked you to do in last video? If you haven't, you should. That will make this answer a lot more legit and you'll understand it better. But don't worry, I'll go ahead and walk you through what is going to happen here. So till now, whatever has happened is we have a variable named getNext that points to the next function that is defined inside the outer function. That is this function here. And when we are calling it, inside this we are looking for this variable count and could not find it. So when you could not find the variable, you bubble out to the parent, and in parent also I could not find that variable count. So what happened to that variable? You can see that variable is here, but as you already know that as soon as a function returns something, in our case this at this point of time, it is garbage collected or deleted. That's why we have crossed it, right? So after doing this experiment, what we get to understand is there is one concept that is still missing from our understanding. And that concept is whenever there is a function created inside another function, so here we are creating a function next inside a function named outer. So outer is a higher order function. So whenever a higher order function returns a function that is next, it does one special thing. What it does when it gets returned from here, it also brings back the environment in which it was created. So look at this. What is the environment around which it is created? So look at the environment. In the environment, we have a variable named count. So whenever a function reference is returned from a higher order function, so the environment around here also get returned with that function. What do I mean by that? Is like if you look at the environment from where this getNext function is returned, the variable count will also come out with this thing. So what will happen here is getNext will have a function and that function is next. But it will also contain an extra bag, and that bag will hold all the value that was present in this environment. So what was the value present in this environment? Can you see that? So the value present is count. So what is the value of count? It is 0. So it will be count is equal to 0 right now. And this is what happens, and this is a concept. And the concept says whenever a function is returned from another function, the function along with themselves brings the environment around which it was created. So the environment contains a variable called count. So it will bring back the same thing with themselves. So here we can see the value of count to be 0. Now let's see what will change here. So whenever we are executing this function on line number 11, we are saying getNext. So in that case, we are creating a next execution context. And if you look at this, what happens with this execution context, it also has a special variable inside a bag that is count. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and create a special bag. This bag contains the value count and the value of that is 0. And this is a special bag, and this special bag is only created when a function is returned from another function. That's the only reason. So now think what will happen. On this line of code, we are saying count plus plus. So we'll go into our memory, we'll look for the variable count. Will I find it? Not at all. And when you could not find it, it will not directly go to the parent because there is an existence of another box. It will go and look inside that. And this box has a value of 0. So what will happen? We are saying 0 plus plus. So plus plus is a sign and increment operator. What it will do, it will change the value of count from 0 to 1 and it will return 0. Because count plus plus is use the value, means return 0, the previous value, and increment it. So it will return 0 and it will increment the value from 0 to 1. And that's the reason value returned from here is 0 and that will be stored inside the variable named first. And now what will happen? This value of 0 will be overwritten by the new value that is 1. And as soon as that happens, we'll go ahead and delete the execution context. We'll move on next. So let's see what happens to the next line again. So here on line number 12, we can see that we are doing the same thing again, that is get next. So we are calling the function get next. As soon as that happens, we'll go ahead and create another execution context. For that, we will have to expand this. So as soon as we move on to line number 12, we have to call this function again. And whenever you are calling the function, what will happen? We create a execution context. So we'll go ahead and create an execution context. This is the execution context of get next function. So we'll say get next execution context. Now again, we will go through the same phase again, and here we'll see get next is a next function. There is nothing assigned to it, even in declaration phase. But get next function contains an extra bag, and that bag holds a value of count. What is the value of count? Can we see it here? The value of count is 1 right now. So it will be count is equal to 1. In execution phase, we will be returning count plus plus. What is the value of count? So it will go inside the memory. Will it find it? No. So we'll go inside the extra bag that we have. And this bag has the value of count to be 1. And we're saying 1 plus plus. How does plus plus operator works? It uses the value first, so it will be returned from here. So 1 gets returned and the value of count will be changed from 1 to 2. And that is the same thing will happen here. The value of count will change to 2. So the new value of count is 2 inside get next function. And whatever got returned from here, that is 1, will be stored inside the variable second. And this is the concept that we were missing till now. You must be missing what is this box called, right? Like this box we created here, special bag that was carrying all the environment that was present when this function was created. So this box is what is known as, anybody who can guess? This box is known as closure. And closure only gets created whenever you are returning a function from another function. And what happens when you return a function from another function? The function that is returned carries the environment around it into a special bag known as closure. So this is one of the concepts that was missing from our understanding. So let's go ahead and see what will happen from line number 14 to 17. To execute this diagram, I will have to erase this portion of the diagram here. So I'll go ahead and erase it. So let's move on to line number 14. That is calling the function outer, and whatever getting returned is stored inside nxt. So here we have the function execution context of outer. So we'll see what is inside outer. Outer will go through declaration phase, and in declaration phase we'll just look for declaration. So we can find the first declaration, that is count. The value of count will not be initialized. The second declaration is a next function. So we'll say next, and we know next is a function. So in that way, declaration phase will be over. We'll move on to execution phase. In execution, we are saying return next. So we'll return next from here. Before that, the value of count will be initialized to 0 in execution phase. So count is equal to 0. And this is a special case that we have been talking about, when a function gets returned from another function. So I'm returning a function from this another function. So what this function will do, so next will be a function. So it's a special function, and this function has an extra bag. That bag has a variable called count, and the value of count is 0 right now. And this bag is known as closure. And as soon as that happens, like this execution context will be deleted. So I'll go ahead and delete this execution context and move forward. So now on line number 15, we can see that we are executing nxt function. So this is the execution context of nxt function. So we'll go ahead and change the name to nxt. So this is the execution context of nxt function. Do we see anything inside nxt function? So here we can see this is our nxt function. So it will have an extra bag, and that bag will have a variable called count, and the value of that is 0. And here what we are doing, we are saying count plus plus. So I'll go ahead and look for the variable count inside the memory. Will I find it? Not at all. So I'll go ahead and look into the closer because this is a special function that contains the closer. Inside closer, I'll find the value 0. Now we have 0 plus plus. So plus plus operator first uses the value and then increments the value. So using means returning. So what value will it return from here? It will return 0 from here. And as soon as it returns 0, 1 will have a value of 0, and this plus plus operator will change the value from 0 to 1. So now the value of count from 0 became 1. And as soon as that happens, the execution context of next will be deleted. So I'll go ahead and delete it. On line number 16, we are calling next function again. So next function will create a box like this here. This is the function execution context of next. So we'll say nxt execution context. So we'll write EC for that, execution context. Next function has a special bag that is also known as closer. The value of that is count is equal to 1 right now. Here we are saying count plus plus. So we will be looking for the value of count. We'll go into the memory, we'll not be able to find it. Then we'll look into the closer. So right now we have 1 plus plus. Now the value 1 will be returned and stored inside variable named 2, and the value of count will change from 1 to 2. So here now the value will be 2. So this is the final state of our execution. Outer is a function. GetNext is a special function named next that has a closer with the value of count to be 2. So first is 0, second is 1. Next is a special function which has a closer with the count and value is 2. 1 contains a value of 0, 2 contains the value of 1. So this is our final state. Let's go ahead and check the value of this here and execute it in our console. We can see the value of all of it. So we can see the value of first is 0. That is the same thing here. The value of second is 1. Going on to the next one, that is 1. Let's look at the value of 1 now. So 1 has a value of 0 and 2 has a value of 1. And that is the same thing, we have it here. What if we call the next function again? So nxt will be called, and if we look at it, inside our closer we have the value 2, so it should return 2 now. In this way, we got to learn about a new concept known as closer. And closer only gets created when you return a function definition from another function. So whenever a function is being returned from another function, it carries the environment around that. In our case, it was a variable named count. So it carried it with himself in a box or a bag, and that bag is known as closer.